Welcome to this edition of SAU Magazine, a weekly program featuring news, profiles, sports, commentary, interviews, and special events, all coming to you from the campus of Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.
This is a Southern Arkansas University News Brief. I'm Tabitha Taylor.
And I'm Daniel Nickerson.
SAU begins the academic year under new leadership. Lewis Blanchard will serve as interim president until December 31st. Blanchard served as a professor in the School of Business Administration for 42 years until his retirement in 1998. Blanchard succeeds Dr. Stephen Gamble, who left in August to assume the presidency at Eastern New Mexico University. Gamble had served as president of the SAU system since 1992.
In the meantime, a national search is underway to select the next president of Southern Arkansas University. The search committee consists of faculty, staff, student, and alumni members. More than 40 applications have been sent to Korn Ferry, an executive search firm specializing in college presidential searches. Following an extensive review process, 5 finalists will be selected. Each will visit SAU and meet with the campus community. It is expected that the new president will assume his or her duties on January 1st.
There is a new Dean of Enrollment Services at Southern Arkansas University. Sarah Jennings, an SAU staff member since 1993, was recently named to the post. Jennings previously served as a publicity and recruitment specialist in the Office of Admissions, Counselor 2, Assistant Director of Admissions, Transfer Coordinator, and Director of the Academic and Assistance Center. In her new position, Jennings will promote SAU to area schools and will continue her involvement in advising.
Total enrollment at SAU is up 3% from last fall, including off-campus courses. On-campus enrollment is up 4%. The housing number is at a record high of 1,012. The number of students at SAU has increased about 30% over the last 7 years. There are more than 100 additional sophomores than at the same time last year.
SAU is sponsoring an educational arts program titled Breaking Silence, the Healing Process of Sexual Assault Survivors. Those touring the exhibit will be provided with a portable CD player and view-mounted portrait photographs of the voices they hear. The Breaking Silence program is an educational exhibition featuring 14 candid, intense, and sometimes disturbing interviews with 11 women and 3 men who have been sexually assaulted. The exhibit can be seen this week in the Bruce Center.
20 professors have been hired for the 2001-2002 academic year. The School of Business Administration welcomes 2 faculty members, and the School of Education hired 6. The School of Liberal and Performing Arts has 5 new faculty, and the School of Science and Technology has 7. This has been a Southern Arkansas University News Brief. I'm Daniel Nickerson.
And I'm Tabitha Taylor.
With an SAU profile, I'm Viola Freeman.
And I'm Leah Steelman.
This week's profile features the head coach of the Mule Rider football team, Coach Steve Quinn.
This is Quinn's first season as head football coach. Coach Quinn received his bachelor's degree from Ouachita Baptist University in 1985 and his master's degree from Baylor University in 1989.
Quinn is married and has 3 children.
This year's Mule Rider team consists of 11 seniors, 3 juniors, and the remaining being sophomore and freshmen.
When questioned about expectations for the team as far as a conference win, he stated, "I want to increase the boys' mental ability and keep that killer instinct. This is a young squad in most positions, and their attitudes are developing quickly."
Coach Quinn also states that he is out to have the best football team possible. The Mule Riders' next home game is against West Alabama. Come on out and show your support. With an SAU profile, I'm Leah Steelman.
And I'm Viola Freeman.
SAU Sports, I'm Shannon Watson.
And I'm Tasha Hicks.
The Mule Rider football team traveled to Georgia last weekend to take on the Valdosta State Blazers. SAU lost 41-14. Last year, the Mule Riders lost to the Blazers when quarterback Dusty Bonner led his team to victory in the last 45 seconds. This year, the Mule Riders focused on cutting down Bonner's success. Another problem facing the team was mental anguish caused by last week's terrorist attacks. SAU is 0-2 for the season, losing the opener 17-13 to Texas A&M Commerce.
The SAU Athletics Booster Club held its first meeting recently. Approximately 50 people were in attendance, including Magnolia Mayor Lane Jean, SAU Athletic Director Jay Adcox, and former SAU Athletic Director W.T. Watson. The meeting informed all attending of the upcoming sports year. Speakers included Booster Club President Charles Tripp, Adcox, and Steve Quinn, Mule Rider head football coach.
Holland Hall was selected as the Gulf South Conference West Division Defensive Player of the Week for an invitational volleyball tournament in Alabama. Hall, a 5'8 junior from Texarkana, recorded 83 digs and 6 blocks as the Riderettes went 2-2 in the tourney. Brooke Barnett, a sophomore from Dallas, Texas, was also chosen for the all-tournament team. An outside hitter, she was a nominee for the GSC Offensive Player of the Week.
SAU pulled into first place on its home course Saturday in a men and women's cross-country meet. SAU took the first 6 places in the men's division with Matt Albertson in first, Joe Font second, Tyler Johnson third, AJ Stewart fourth, and Jermaine Jones in sixth. While Henderson's Penny Welchel took first place in the women's division, SAU took the next 3 slots with Beth Augustine second, Cassandra Montgomery third, and Veronica Villagran in fourth. SAU Sports, I'm Tasha Hicks.
And I'm Shannon Watson.
With commentary, I'm Julie Hillidge.
And I'm Liz Mattern.
On September 11th, America witnessed not only the destruction of several of its major structures, but also the attempted annihilation of its people. Terrorism strikes at the hearts of its victims, causing social unrest and political failure.
SAU, because of its diverse student population, could have been torn apart by the news of those events.
As humans, we want to lay blame against those who commit crimes against Americans, against our friends, family, and neighbors.
To our peril, we sometimes point fingers at those whose color, ethnic background, or religious affiliation may link them to those responsible for such crimes.
If America is to remain a nation of the free, then those who live and work within her borders must remember one thing. America is a nation varied in color, religion, and creed, and these differences make our nation strong.
If we honor our fellow man, no force, not even terrorism, can tear this great country apart. With commentary, I'm Liz Mattern.
And I'm Julie Hillidge.
With an SAU police log, I'm Jennifer Hubbard.
And I'm DeAnna Young.
As school has begun this year, there have been a number of motor vehicle accidents. On August 20th, Stanley Lewis and Amanda White were involved in an accident at the intersection of East University and East Lane. On the 22nd of August, Christy Laster and Roy Pryor were involved in an accident at East University and East Lane. On the 27th of August, between Connie Scott and Kathy Clary in the Overstreet parking lot. On September 5th, Matthew Belch and Brandon Stout were involved in an accident in the football stadium parking lot. Other crimes reported the first few weeks of school have been Jonathan Easterlin reported his vehicle damaged while parked behind Tally Hall on August 22nd. On the 23rd, Tina Gully reported her vehicle was scratched while in the Wharton parking lot.
Crime prevention is a concern at institutions of higher education. The following message is provided by Dr. Jerry Pyle, Interim Vice President for Academic Affairs. In consideration for safety and well-being, faculty, staff, and students must follow university policy for entering and leaving buildings, after hours and on weekends. Doors should not be propped open or left ajar during unscheduled hours. Individuals who are not staff or faculty should not be in buildings after hours. Dr. Pyle also asks that all activities outside normal university hours be scheduled. Practicing these tips will assist in making SAU a safer campus.
To report campus crime or if suspicious activity appear to be taking place, contact the University Police Department at 235-4100. That's 235-4100. UPD can be reached 24 hours a day. With an SAU police log, I'm Jennifer Hubbard.
And I'm DeAnna Young.
I'm Shelley Glover.
And I'm Elizabeth Ray.
With job information from the SAU Employment Resource Center. KPMG, formerly Pete Marwick in Shreveport, Louisiana, is searching for accounting majors who will be graduating this December, May 2002, or August 2002. Positions available are auditing, tax, and internships in auditing and tax. If interested, submit resumes and transcripts to the Employment Resource Center, Nelson 211. Deadline is September 21st.
There's a position available for a media office assistant. General tasks include
providing assistance to faculty and staff with media needs, deliver, set up, and maintain equipment, and perform general office duties. Must be able to lift up to 50 pounds and have good communication skills. Apply at the Educational Media Center on the first floor of McGill Library, room 103. I'm Elizabeth Ray.
And I'm Shelley Glover.
With job information from the SAU Employment Resource Center.
With this week's entertainment news, I'm Matt Gatlin.
And I'm Dallas Short.
The SAU theater season is in full swing. The first production of the year, titled No Exit, will open in a few weeks. The play contains violence and some adult content, and features the acting talents of Corey Wages, Christy Roden, and Patrice Phillips. This production will also be SAU's entry in the American College Theater Festival to be held in October in Conway.
Next week, the Baptist Collegiate Ministry will be holding its weekly cross-stickers in the mall area. In the past, the meeting has included worship music led by the BCM's music ministry, Six Steps, interpretive movements by the Hands team, which means helping a nation desperately searching, and prayer shared as a collective group with no concern for denomination. Cross-stickers begins at 7 o'clock and admission is free. The Baptist Collegiate Ministry was formerly known as the Baptist Student Union.
The SAU Music Department is sponsoring a free violin concert this week featuring the classical stylings of violinist Carrie Kennedy and pianist Ann Rye. Rye and Kennedy are presently touring Arkansas and will be performing selections from Grieg, Brahms, Ravel, Kreisler, and Gershwin. The concert will be held at the First United Methodist Church in Magnolia, is free and open to the public.
The annual SAU Family Day is scheduled to take place on September 29th. The Residence Hall Association will be hosting its 21st annual bed race. There will also be the IGC 12th Annual Great Greek Canoe Race. After the day's events, the Southern Arkansas University Mule Riders football team will take on the University of West Alabama in Wilkins Stadium at 7 p.m. And that's this week's entertainment news.
SAU broadcast journalism students produce informative television programs for viewers in Southwest Arkansas. The SAU Report features interviews with faculty, staff, students, and alumni. It is seen each week in Magnolia on TCA Cable Channel 13. Camden residents can see the SAU Report each morning on Cable Channel 16. Tens of thousands of cable television households in Southwest Arkansas watch the program on KTSS-TV Channel 55 in Hope. The SAU Report not only serves as a learning tool for broadcast journalism students, but serves to inform the region about institutional events and personalities. Some editions of SAU Magazine feature audio segments from these television programs. Be sure and watch the SAU Report on your local cable television service. Informative viewing, provocative subject matter. The SAU Report.
With this week's SAU calendar, I'm George Stricker.
And I'm Aletta Marx.
On Monday, Traffic Appeals Court is meeting at 4 p.m. Inter-Greek Council will meet and Chi Alpha Praise and Worship will both meet at 7 p.m. At 8 p.m., the Baptist Christian Ministry is having freshman family groups.
On Tuesday, free lunch at both Wesley Foundation and Chi Alpha at noon. At 6 p.m., there is a Residence Hall Association meeting. And at 7, the volleyball team has an away game.
Wednesday is the last day for 20% tuition refunds. At 9 p.m., the Wesley Foundation is having Evening Sun Worship.
Thursday, ABS is meeting at 6 p.m. And at 7, the MBSF is having prayer and praise.
Friday is student pay day, and room and board payments are due.
Saturday is Family Day. RHA is having its 12th annual Great Canoe Race. And that's this week's SAU calendar.
SAU Magazine is a production of broadcast journalism students in the Department of Theater and Mass Communication at Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.